Welcome everyone back to Fresh Lava Productions. If you are new, welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for tuning back in. Today is going to be a reading for the zodiac sign of Gemini. And I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I love me some Geminis. Fine people, salt of the earth. Oh boy. Christmas will be here in no time. I hope you all have family that loves you very much, that you're able to spend a little bit of time with over the holidays. I know I'll be separated from some of mine, but some of mine I will be very, very close to. I actually lost my list of shout outs to everyone, but I'm going to construct a new one. For now, we'll just say shout out to me. My moon is in Gemini, so there's my connection there. Hope you are all well. We're going to build this pyramid for you, gems. I hope all of you Geminis out there are not quite as scatterbrained as I can be sometimes, because when you want to tell somebody a story, or if you're wanting to get a message out there, sometimes you lose your train of thought. And you end up on, you end up 7 thoughts down the road when you're trying to get one message across, but one message and one story branches off into a bunch of different ones, and then you end up completely lost from where you started. If you have any Virgo in your chart, that's not helping you out any. So like I've been saying in the last couple of videos, I'm trying to get these readings down to 15 to 20 minutes and not be quite so long-winded as I've been in the past. I'd really like to get on the schedule of doing at least one reading a day. If I can successfully whittle down the time, then I'd like to get in an element per day, but we'll see how it goes. All right, Geminis, there's your pyramid. We'll go ahead and see what you got cooking here. All right. Well, in your past, even leading up until the present moment, you guys have been putting in, and gals have been putting in a lot of work. I see the 9 of Rods at your foundation. I see the 4 of Pentacles. I see the 3 of Rods in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. And if this is your first time tuning in, I don't much set by the textbook definitions. I just kind of look at the story that the cards are telling me. I call these your foundation stones, I call these your heart stones, and I call these your mind stones. Basically, this is where you are or where you've come from. This is what's on your heart, and this is what's in your head. And then we always finish off with a capstone from the fantastic Archangel Raphael Healing Oracle cards. Yeah, so you are actually, what I'm seeing, Geminis, you're coming out of a long period of thinking. You're coming out of a long period of sort of waiting to reap the rewards of all your hard work. The Nine of Rods right next to the Four of Pentacles over here is really giving me the sense that whatever it is that your craft, whatever it is your career, whatever it is that you've been working on, some of you at a furious pace, some of you not necessarily overwhelming yourself with work, but you've been putting in good quality work. You've become more or less of a master of whatever it is that you're doing. Some of you, tarot card reading and just spiritual development is what you've been working on very hard. Queen of Swords in reverse and Three of Rods in reverse, that's what's making me feel like you're coming out of this period of waiting for your ships to come in, overthinking the situation, listening too much to what other people are saying or thinking about whatever it is that you're doing. And those two kind of build up to a mini pyramid in your heart stones of the High Priestess. So I feel like you're actually on the verge of getting the rewards that you've been waiting for. And that's outstanding. The Moon card in your center heartstone location, there are some things that are becoming clear to you. There are some things that have been hidden from you. Perhaps you've been hiding them from yourself. Perhaps other people have been hiding them from you. But as the High Priestess, when you're getting into this period of starting to see the fruits of your labors, things are becoming more clear to you, is what I'm feeling here. Now, the Knight of Wands on the other side of your heart, you have, first of all, the Knight of Wands is the fastest moving knight in the deck. That fiery personality that for some of you, this represents a person in your life. I'm hearing specifically Leos, but that's not like a big surprise. I'm a Leo, so I'm always assuming whenever I see fire energy, it's Leos, baby. But some of you, there's a specific person, doesn't have to be a fire sign, that's on your mind, but you've been thinking about this person for a long time. You've been working very hard. Some of you have been working very hard on yourself to feel like you're worthy of this person, more or less. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm getting. So to sum up your heart and your foundation, you've been putting in the effort, you've been working on yourself, you've been working on your craft, you've really been improving, and you've really been concentrating on going down your spiritual path. You've been concentrating on developing yourself spiritually, mentally, physically. Some of you are doing an awful lot of exercising in all three of those realms, which mind, body, spirit, it's all about the Trinity. Now, in your head, we have the Page of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords in reverse. Normally, I see these as things that you're worried about, but being just above the illumination of the moon, I'm starting to actually feel like you're really not so much worried as you have been. just the overall message I'm getting from the whole pyramid is that at the same time you were putting in all this work, you were also very concerned about what the outcome was going to be. But as things are coming more clearly into your focus and in your vision, you're actually starting to see that what you've been doing is far more important than what anybody else thinks about it. For some of you guys, there's a water sign, is what I'm hearing in particular. There's a water sign that has really been concerning you as far as there's a Cancer in some of your lives. You've really been concerned the whole time about what they think about you, how they feel about you, but as the Three of Rods in reverse leads up to the Moon and the Page of Cups, what I'm feeling like is you're coming out of that period of worrying so much about what that person thinks or feels about what you're doing, and it's basically the moonlight. Some of you are dreaming a lot and vividly. I don't know if you're into lucid dreaming. Some of you do it naturally without even knowing, but you're getting messages while you're asleep that are comforting you, that are letting you know it's not a selfish thing to say that it's all about you, because you are responsible for you. Okay, you are, when it comes right down to it, in reality, the only thing that you have control over is you. How you think, how you feel, how you speak, how you treat other people. And that's becoming clearer to you by the day. And that's a great thing. And I'm really happy to see that for you. Now, the Five of Swords, some of you have felt pinned down. Some of you have felt, actually, this might be talking about the same person. You felt beaten down. You're actually, you know what? Yeah, some of you are worried about there not being a change in how this person views you, regardless of all the growth that you've seen take place within yourself. But we're not going to worry about that. We're going to put that down. Both of these cards being in reverse, to me, is a great sign. Yeah, I'm feeling like that's what you were worried about, but the moonlight is illuminating things for you, and you're becoming increasingly more aware of what's really important while we're here. Our time here is fleeting. You know, relatively, we don't have much of it. Incarnation by incarnation, that is. Time being a man-made creation, it's all relative. But basically, Geminis, the overall energy that I'm getting is that you all are doing a fantastic job. Keep up the good work. And yeah, I'm not going to get into any definitions. Those are the messages that I have that are coming through. So we're going to go ahead and see what your capstone is. Prayer works. Dear God and the Archangel Raphael, thank you for hearing and answering my prayer of fill in the blank. And there I will read from the book just to kind of illuminate things further. Yes. Prayer works, prayer works. And prayer most certainly does work. The archangels, the higher forces, they're always on standby to help you out, but you have free will, so you do have to ask for it. Archangel Raphael sends this card to inspire you to increase your prayers surrounding your health question or the health question of the person of which you are inquiring about. This may mean putting requests into prayer groups such as those associated with churches or temples. It also calls for you to pray more personally and ask your spiritually minded loved ones to join you. Hundreds of well-documented and carefully designed studies have supported the healing power of prayer and have ruled out the placebo effect. There's evidence that the more people who pray for a cause, the better the result, regardless of the type of denomination or the type of prayer. Raphael joins you in praying for the best possible outcome as well as peace for everyone involved. And remember, the answer to your prayer is usually better and different from what you may expect. Pray about every aspect of this situation. Instead of worrying, pray. Talk honestly with God and the angels about your fears, desires, and feelings. Ask for help and then accept assistance when it's offered. Start a prayer or support group for the issue at hand. I feel like, based on the overall message and your capstone, some of you have been working so hard to develop yourself, and a lot of the time you felt completely alone. You felt like there haven't been very many people that you can reach out to discuss this sort of thing with, whatever that is. It's going to apply differently to different people. But know that everyone in your life is there for a reason. Don't overlook anything. Don't overlook anyone. Whatever the first thing is that comes to your mind, that's something to think about, certainly. But whatever it is, the first thing that comes to your heart, that's what you most certainly want to pay attention to. If you're just sitting around and for whatever reason something pops up into your heart and you get that feeling of love, pay attention to that. Your heart is never going to let you down. Your heart will never fail you, as my late great father told me and tells me all the time. And as I can tell you from personal experience, your head can get you into trouble. If you're wondering which one of those to listen to in any given situation, always go with the green heart chakra. Always. 10 times out of 10. If it's a debate between those two. In a perfect world, your mind and your heart would work together in perfect harmony, but we all know from experience this is far, far from a perfect world. So, Gemini, that's what I got for you. If you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. And I will be back with another uplifting message for you next time.